Good morning. Happy Tuesday to everyone. Taco Tuesday, we like to say in the business. So let me just get to our news, world news. We got a little later start um, on Mornings with Michael, which is brought to you for informational and educational purposes only. World news, China April retail sales rose 18.4% year over year, accelerating from 10.6 increase in March, but was below the 20.5% growth expected by economists. Berkshire Hathaway revealed 13-F filing revealed increases in stake in Apple by 20 million shares to 915 million. Eliminate stake in RH, BK, TSM, US Bank, takes new stake in Capital One with 9,922,000 shares, boosts Bank of America BAC stake by 22,751,000. Cut stake in GM by 20% to 40 million shares. Overall raises stake in current positions of Apple, Oxy, Hewlett Packard, Para, C, MKL. US March net long-term cash flow swaps and other. So on to consumer news. Home Depot HD quarter one EPS 382 versus 380. On holding quarter one EPS sales topped consensus, raises outlook for full year 23, but still the stock fell. It has been rising for a while, so it's not a surprise that some people have been taking their profits. Newell product brands, NWL, Carl Icahn cut share stake by 9.3% to 29.99 million shares. Onto energy, industrials, and materials. Northern Oil and Gas, NOG, announces offering of 6.65 million shares of common stock. Southwest Gas, SWX, Carl Icahn raises stake to 59.1% to 10.52 million shares. Financials, Wells Fargo Company, WFC, has agreed to pay $1 billion to settle a shareholders' lawsuit related to a 2016 fake account scandal, according to Wall Street Journal. Futu, FUTU, and Tiger, TIGR, to remove China trading apps as regulatory pressure mounts, the Wall Street Journal reported. New Holdings NU reported Monday that revenue nearly doubled in the first quarter versus prior year. On to healthcare. Horizon Therapeutics, HZNP shares dropped 15% after hours after Bloomberg News reported that the FTC is expected to file a lawsuit to block AMGN $27.8 billion acquisition of Horizon. The FTC will argue the deal would harm competition for drug development. Agilon Health, AGL, announces secondary public offering of 70 million shares of its common stock by the selling stockholder CD&R Vector Holdings. Cara Therapeutics, CARA, quarter one EPS loss 49 cents versus estimate loss of 52 cents. Gilead, GLID, upgraded to outperform at BMO Capital and target raised to 100. Globus Medical, GMED, announces FDA approval for its non-fusion scoliosis correction system, the latest advancement for young patients with idiopathic scoliosis. Kodiak Sciences, KOD, quarter one EPS loss $1.35, I apologize, versus estimate loss of $1.33. Invitae, NVTA, announced that it intends to appeal the verdict delivered by a jury in the U.S. District Court for the District of Delaware that anchored multiplex PCR or AMP chemistry infringe certain Natera and TRA patents. And the jury awarded Natera a total of $19.35 million based on lost profits and royalty rate of 10% on certain of its products. And finally, in technology, media, and telecom, Baidu, BIDU, quarter one EPS 234 versus estimate of $1.79. Revenues rose 9.6% year over year. Sea Limited, SE, Singapore Internet Company, Q1 EPS 16 cents versus 39 cents. Alphabet, Google, GOOGL, Bill Ackman's Pershing Square with new Google position as per 13F filing, 8.07 million shares, and Google, so we got GOOG, 8.07 million shares, and GOOGL at 2.19 million. Dual Communications, DCO, excuse me, 2 million shares, spot secondary priced at $40. And Vodafone, VOD, new boss to cut 11,000 jobs as cash flow to fall, according to Reuters. That's our news. Let's get on to our screen. I'm going to share a different screen to start out here. This is our daily market average of the New York Stock Exchange. Advanced decline line is declining. So decliners are leading advancers as it trends down. Indexes have remained pretty tight, but under the hood, so to speak, declining stocks are increasing. We'll see how that goes. We'll take a look at smaller stocks as well. The NASDAQ. Here we go. Looks like a little more troubling sign. My line did not quite make it all the way here, but you can clearly see that declining issues are increasing versus advancing. So we'll continue to watch this. Here's our NASDAQ daily. And now let's take a look at our dollar. Dollar remains steady here after a bounce above its 50-day moving average. Our yields are getting stronger, so that's going to put pressure on our high multiple stocks. It's come above the 50. It's bounced after it hit its ceiling on the 200-day, but it's clearly moving in the upward direction. And our 20-year yield, now above the 200-day, and it bounced above there. Continue to look at that. Our 1 to 3 year bonds pulling back, so the yields are gaining there as well. Gold took a hit today, pulling back to his 50-day moving average. Silver continues to pull back below its 50-day moving average right now, so we'll continue to watch that. Cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin is pulling back. Ethereum is pulling back as well. They're all under their moving averages. Nothing really good happens when you have this type of trend. A look at our volatility. VIX index is popping up a little bit. It was down in the morning, and it's hit a high of 1830. Let's see if it can get up to this previous high. S&P 500 is reversely correlated, as we're just looking under the hood. Decliners are leading advancers, and it's up after hours, so we'll continue to watch that. NASDAQ is up, but is significantly hiding what's under the hood as well. It's our big tech that is holding it up. Meta, formerly known as Facebook, Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Netflix. These are NVIDIA. These are all the issues that are holding it up. Take a look at our ETFs. Energy is dropping precipitously. The USO or oil fund is just down slightly. I believe the debt ceiling, nothing new there. As we get precipitously close to the June 1st deadline, they're playing with fire, I believe. So here we go. Here's the communication services has been the leading in ETF. Is off slightly today, but is really in the top of its range. This is Google, Facebook. So let's take a look at our building materials. Below its 200-day. It's really sold off hard here. Utilities dropping as well. Utilities usually don't drop that much in down market. So we'll have to continue to watch that. Real estate is down pretty hard as well, down 2.67%. Our industrials pulling back. Healthcare sector continues its trend in reverse, is now hit its 50-day moving average, below its 10, 20, and 200-day. Financials under all of its major moving averages. Consumers are strong. That's not a good sign for the market. Look at our technology. Technology is up slightly on a little bit of increase in volume. So that's something to take notice of. Semiconductors were bouncing today. Ended kind of flat for the day. AMD popped out of kind of a shelf area. So this is definitely strong on some really high volume. NVIDIA tried to bounce out and pulled back. Axcelis technology looks like it's trying to break out of this consolidation. We'll continue to watch that. One day does not make a trend. Amgen is falling on that FDA news. Horizon Therapeutics gap down pretty strongly. Good news that we recovered quite a bit in the top of its range, but this is huge sales volume. So we'll continue to watch that. Our airlines below all our moving average. Biotech sold off pretty strong today. It continues in the bigger biotech. Let's take a look what's moving in the market. Take a look at what's moving on volume. Pull this screen down a little bit. Danos is gapping up, but is in the lower quadrant of its range, which is slightly bearish. 37% earnings increase. Positive surprise of close to 6%. Consolidated Water, been in a long consolidation and is breaking out in pretty strong volume. Look at this, new highs on versus the S&P 500, 73% earnings increase. Wix, a website maker, is up, but the trend has been down for so long and it's just bouncing up to the 200-day. Stratasys 3D printer, gapping up 9.7%. Viking Therapeutics in the biotech. Strong move after pulling back to its 20-day moving average, up 12% today. Digimarc continues its strong move. Digital water making software, up 6%. Baidu, which was in the news, Baidu is up close to 4%, up, pumping its head on its 50-day moving average. We'll see if it can continue the trend. And then with Warren Buffett taking a big position in Capital One, it did bounce up initially. It's up 2%, but it closed at the very bottom of its range, which is slight negative, and we'll have to see if it can fill this gap that it gapped open. That's pretty huge volume, so it bears keeping us on our watch list. Down volume, in addition to Horizon, got Duocommon gapping down 15% today. Earnings came in at negative 6%. Agilent Health continues its pullback, down 3%. Sovos Brands, food and beverage product, gapping down 6%. Former leader Maravai Life Science, off close to 11% here, pulling back largest volume in this entire base, so that's something to be afraid of. Look at Viva Systems. Here, like a CRM for the healthcare industry. This is down quite a bit today, down 5%. So that's a look at our markets today. This has been Mornings with Michael for informational and educational purposes only. If you have a personal finance question, feel free to DM me. In the meantime, hope everyone has a great Tuesday and can continue going after your goals and pursuing your activities with vigor.